Within every great mind lie great ideas that are only waiting for a chance to be shared. Good day, everyone. I am Sandra Samaniego, and this is UPTV Online Profile Student Edition. Today, let's talk with a student leader and education advocate from the UP College of Law and see what he has in mind.
Serving the people has always been a concern of student leader Oyie Javelosa. In his undergraduate years in UP, he used to look after the welfare of his fellow Isko and Iska as the former chairperson of the College of Social Sciences and Philosophy. As he enters the law school, his passion for service has certainly not ceased. He currently serves his new community as the representative of his batch in the UP Law Student Council. It has also been part of his public service to promote advocacies such as human and student rights. As a student leader, he heads his fellow students with dedication and excellence. Through his programs, he continues to inspire and encourage the youth to become active and responsible members of the community. An epitome of a good leader, Oyie Javelosa.
Welcome to the show, Oyie. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
I'm sure you're very busy with your studies for law. What drives you to pursue your work with the student government, particularly to run as batch representative?
Well, initially I had reservations about pursuing another council position since council member na ako for the past 2 years sa loob ng undergrad. And bilang papasok naman na ako sa law, parang sinasabi ng iba, Oyie, kailangan na mag-aral. But after my first year, after the first 2 semesters inside the College of Law, I found myself still looking for something else apart from studying. I mean, if you're going to be reading tons and tons of papers and books, parang importante na meron ka ibang ginagawa. So I decided to run for batch representative.
And you won because of the programs that you presented to your batchmates.
Well, I believe so.
Tell us about your programs. How are they now?
Well, as far as the programs are concerned, since I'm nearing the end of my term, actually dalawa kami, so patapos na yung term namin this March, we're starting to wrap up on the projects, which were primarily aimed into bonding our batchmates since dahil nga pare-pareho kaming students of law and wala naman kami masyadong oras na makihalubilo sa isa't isa. So the projects were there to ensure na magkakakilala yung batchmates namin.
And alam natin na lahat ng mga ginagawa mo kailangan ng maraming oras. So how do you balance your work with the student council, your studies for law, and of course your time with your family?
Actually, it's quite challenging. Imagine I have classes up to 5 in the afternoon, tapos kunwari may day pa na may GA, so that would take 7 to 10, and then I have to study, I have to go home to my family. It's really challenging. Now, the best way that I think you could be able to balance all of those responsibilities, thinking which of those demand the most time from you in any given day. So, kunwari, hindi dapat pantay-pantay na time allocation yung ibibigay mo sa kanila sa araw-araw na nabubuhay ka. Kailangan isipin mo, dapat today ba mas marami akong kailangan aralin or mas marami akong time na kailangan gugulin sa council. So, yeah.
So kapag i-rank mo sila, anong pinakamahalaga sa'yo?
Well, studies, of course.
Family, studies, or student council?
Well, right now, among the 3, syempre studies. And then your family, and then yung responsibilities. But sometimes yung dalawang nasa dulo, which is family and responsibilities, nagpapalit sila ng ranking.
So thank you. Later on, we'll get to know more on Oyie's advocacies. Stay with us here on UPTV Online Profile Student Edition. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Sandra Samaniego, and this is UPTV Online Profile Student Edition. We are today with the UP College of Law Batch Representative Oyie Javelosa. So, when you run for batch representative, you presented formulation and prescriptions to a better batch. So, we'll get through this to know more about you.
All right.
So, your first prescription was 100% solid. So,
na-research niya yan.
what is your formulation for maintaining good relation with the people that you work with?
Alright. Since as a batch, dahil meron mga blocks sa loob ng College of Law, usually isolated yung bawat member of the batch with their particular blocks. Na hindi na nila kilala yung mga members from other blocks. So one of the objectives that I wanted to accomplish then ay ma-ensure na magkakilala yung mga members from different blocks. So we had a series of activities aimed towards bonding them na kunwari magkakaroon ng mga non-sport activities, meron ding sport activities para magkakilala yung mga tao. And then we also had an initiative na we'd upload all of the pictures of the batchmates in one central file or one central server sa internet. And then people could access that from inside the batch. Tapos makikita nila sino ba yung mga batchmates nila. Stuff like that. And also we have the activities of the law student government in general to make sure na the participants would come from different blocks.
So, what do you do kapag may mga times na hindi mo nakakasundo sa certain issues, yung mga friends or colleagues mo?
Well, so far naman wala pang nangyayaring ganun, ano. But I'm one to compromise. Kasi ang hindi naman pwede as a leader na you would always insist on getting your way or believing that your perspective is the only one that should govern discourse. As far as differences in ideas are concerned, dapat hinahayaan yung lumago yung diskurso pagdating sa mga ganong bagay. Na hayaan yung mga bawat isang tao na magsalita kung ano ba yung palagay nila and then decide from then on as a group, as a collective, kung ano nga ba yung dapat nyong gawin.
So next is the Haggard No More. You also have that formulation. So what is your formulation for the stressful events that come your way?
Well, the key thing that you would have to do as a student of law, when the stress from all of the academics gets too much for you, you have to look the other way. I mean, of course, without compromising your responsibilities as a student, but whenever you have the opportunity, you should take the time off na mag-hold ka ng mga activities with your friends, with your batchmates, with your blockmates, or do some social work. Kaya meron tayo, dun sa projects na nilay down ko for the campaign, merong isa dun na magkaroon ng social outreach para ma-distress yung mga tao na hindi na lang muna nila iisipin yung law kahit ilang oras lang. And then after that, go back to studying.
Oh. So, yung isa mo pang prescription is awareness and action.
Yeah.
So, of all the issues na nakaharap mo, ano yung para sa'yo most passionate ka?
Sa lahat ng issues so far, it would be, of course, student concerns. And when it comes to representation, in the College of Law, we have certain issues pertaining to the representation of students, especially outside the college, na kung ano ba yung, paano ba namin mas mapapalawig yung perspektibo ng mga students of law pagdating sa labas. So, that's one of my
So, how do you keep the youth aware of the issues happening?
Well, we first can begin with, as student leaders, we have to make sure that our constituents are informed about the things that confront them as a constituency, as a sector. So when it comes to pertinent issues, we have to take the time to explain these things to our batchmates and make sure that they know what is going on. And only from there would we know what their perspectives are, what their possible contributions might be towards the resolution of the issue, and so far.
So for all the students who are listening right now, what is your formulation for being a student of excellence and honor?
For being a student of excellence and honor, of course, I think there are two elements to that. Of course, you have to have hard work, because without hard work, you can't be a student. You have to work hard for what you're doing and make sure that what you're doing would succeed. And also, the second one would be integrity and character. You may have hard work, but without character, without integrity, your hard work is nothing. Since you have to make sure that what you're doing is geared towards the common good and for the good of all.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us today. Compromise, hard work, and integrity. This is Oyie Javelosa's formula for being a student of honor and excellence. We all have our goals and it is our responsibility to act on them. Thank you for watching. I am Sandra Samaniego and this is UPTV Online Profile Student Edition.